Hi everyone, we're on Uplands Crescent today, and a bit of a surprising story really. This dormer bungalow, so it's a little bit of a project, but what an absolutely amazing position this house is in. It's absolutely fabulous. I mean, forget the street, which is a nice residential street. You're in for a real treat when we go out the back, I promise you. So, but to start with, let's have a look inside. Forgive the caravan, but you can see there's parking space in front there, and then the driveway to the garage. I think if you wanted to drive all the way down to the garage, you need to take this ramp back out, but you know, there is parking for at least a couple of cars on the front here quite easily. And as I say, you know, there is some work to be done inside, but let's have a look and see what you think. We've got this small porch, just protects the house from the elements really, and then we come into this big hallway, and it's open to the kitchen, but if I come around here you can see just what sort of size we're talking about. It's a big square hallway. It's a fabulous space. You could easily create something else in here, you know, maybe a study area or something. The kitchen, as I say, is open from there, and you can see the range of units that we have, and the oven and hob and hood built in, and the kitchen's, you know, quite nicely fitted actually. There is some finishing work to do, you know, but we're not talking about mountains of work in here by any means. Okay, shall we do the rooms as we come to them? The bathroom here at the front with the 4-piece suite in here, so we've got a separate shower there, as you can see. Next door to that we've got a ground floor bedroom, or a sitting room, or a dining room, or whatever it is that you want to use it for. And I think that's the beauty of this place for me, is the flexibility. It needs decorating, as you can see, but again, you know, it's decorating. It's not that much work. And then there's a big wardrobe that goes under the stairs there as well. And we're looking out of the front, of course, again. Okay. Now at the back we have this big living room. It's a big room. It's such a long room actually that it makes it feel almost narrow, and it really isn't at all. But it's just the sheer length of the room. It's a really good size. And then beyond that we have the conservatory, and we'll come back in there once we've been upstairs. It's an absolutely fantastic upper floor, and again, you know, there's a little bit of work to do, but not very much. So we're coming up to, and this is easily my favourite space within this house, because I think this is just wonderful. And look at the size of that. It's absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Actually, when I spoke to the owners, I likened this to an old design studio that I used to have, and it was such a wonderful space. It's light, but it's, you know, up here at the moment we've got 2 double beds. Of course, you could divide this up into 2 or 3 rooms. Be very easy to do, maybe even 4 rooms. But whatever you do, it needs a little balustrade around here, or a little protection so you don't fall down. Now then, I don't know how this is going to get picked up on the video, but you can see off into the distance there for a long way. Which is really nice, but nowhere near as nice as looking out in this direction. And I'm going to have to apologise for the glare of the sun, aren't I? But it is a spectacular view. Tell you what, Let's have a little look at that from the back garden, shall we? So what do you think so far? Bit of work, but I mean this room I think is absolutely sensational. Bit of work, but you know, plenty of opportunity here, isn't there? What a fabulous place you could end up with. So as I said before, we come through to this to the conservatory and then out into the gardens. And this garden is something else. It's a nice big space, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful garden. I'm going to have a little look in the garage to begin with before we go around the garden for real. So we have two sides to the garage. So this is the main body of the garage, and if you imagine looking at the size, crikey, you could almost, but not quite, fit two cars in tandem, one in front of the other here. And then we've got this partition and kind of like an office at the back, really, with the shutters. So it's almost like a workshop and an office. And it's such a great space, isn't it? So do you need a workshop? Do you need somewhere to store things? What is it that you need? There's plenty of space here. See, for me, motorbikes come to mind straight away, but I realise that that's not for everyone. And again, apologies for the glare of the sun here, but you can see where the sun sits, and it's about 4:30 in the afternoon here, and we've got the sun glaring down onto this garden. Now, most of this is real grass, this is artificial, but we then have this lovely, I think it's an acacia tree, and this pergola. What a lovely place to sit out this is, and especially if the waterfall's running and this area is flooded with water. And I'm really sorry that we don't have that today, but you can see the possibilities of that. Isn't it a fabulous garden? And again, you know, you'll want to finish it off and do various bits and bobs, but you know, in principle, certainly it's a lovely, lovely spot, and it's a lovely part of the world as well. Now then, I promised you a bit of a view, and again, sorry for the glare of the sun, but it does kind of give you a bit of an idea as to what we have here. Isn't it lovely? So, what do you think? You know, it needs a little bit of TLC, doesn't it? A little bit of finishing off, but what a lovely, lovely place, and the position says everything about it, doesn't it? So if you're looking for somewhere, perhaps a family home that you'd like to do some work to create what you want, then this could be a great place for you. But whatever it is you're looking for, come and have a look at this place. If the weather's good like it is today, crikey, it's a fabulous part of the world to be in.